In this lesson, we're going to discuss Article 9 of the Real Estate Code, which is timeshares. So what is a timeshare? Well, a timeshare is ownership of a unit of time, typically in a resort-type property. Where do we see timeshares most commonly? In beachfront-type properties, in ski resorts, and in golf resorts. These are the three top locations for timeshares. And I'm willing to bet that some of you own or have owned timeshares. So, it's an ownership interest in real property with a right to use the facility for a specific period of time. Oftentimes people buy a timeshare a week or 2 weeks. And let's take a look at what's required. Here in Arizona, the creation of 12 or more timeshare units requires what's called a timeshare public report. So subdivisions are 6 or more parcels. Timeshares are 12 or more parcels or 12 or more timeshares, and each requires a public report. The timeshare public report has to contain the name and address of the property owner, a comprehensive statement of the program and what's its features, what's its amenities, a legal description of the timeshare. It also requires you provide for assurances for off-site improvements. So what does that mean? Well, oftentimes a timeshare does not have all the amenities on the property, but they make arrangements with golf courses who might be 10 minutes away, or marinas that might be 15 minutes away, so where someone can dock their boat, or a recreational facility that is off-site as well. So the timeshare developer has to provide certain assurances for the use of and completion of those off-site improvements. One of the most important reasons why people buy timeshares is for these exchange privileges. So let's say I bought a timeshare here in Arizona, but I had the right to exchange my week or 2 weeks there for a week or 2 weeks in Hawaii someplace. This is oftentimes the reason people buy a timeshare, is because they might buy a timeshare in a less expensive resort and be able to trade up into a more expensive resort. Or simply, they like the variety of the different timeshare resorts in different locations that this particular timeshare group allows them to have. As with the sale of unimproved land, buyers in a timeshare situation also have a right to rescind. So someone purchasing a timeshare here in Arizona, they have a 7-day right to rescind that contract to purchase the timeshare once they walk away from that negotiating table. So again, just like on vacant land, unimproved land, and now timeshares, we have a 7-day unilateral right to rescind. Similar to a subdivision, if the public report has not been issued on the timeshare and the buyer buys, that buyer does have 3 years after the transaction is closed within which to come in and rescind the transaction. So that's our discussion on Article 9, timeshares.